Before the COVID pandemic hit the world, one of the most notable sounds in Nigerian traffic was the cry of Gala. Street hawkers shout this phrase out to attract the attention of hungry motorists interested in a quick snack on the move. This shrink-wrap sausage roll is one product many people had loved but now sadly disdained due to its abysmal quality. This once popular and loved Nigerian sausage is owned by the United African Company (UAC) and was a British company which principally traded in West Africa during the 20th century. The United African Company was formed in 1929 as a result of the merger of the Niger Company, which had been effectively owned by Lever Brothers since 1920. In the early 1930s, the United African Company was nearly reduced to bankruptcy, and as a result, it came under the control of Unilever, which had just been formed. To the main issue for this very video, what is happening to Nigerians that once loved and cherished sausage roll, Gala. Sausage roll made its entry into Nigerian markets with Gala, the first brand from the stables of UAC Foods in 1962. Since then, it has become the generic name for sausage roll in Nigeria that even other sausage brands struggled for name and attention from Nigerians due to the fame of Gala. Sausage rolls are a typical Nigerian snack made from ground sausage meats and pastry, which is then baked. Sausage rolls are not unique to Nigeria but are extremely popular in the country, and almost every fast food restaurant in Nigeria has their own version of sausage rolls. A popular version of the snack is known as Gala and is often sold by the roadside on the streets by hawkers. If you grew up in Nigeria or living in Nigeria at the moment, you must have heard hawkers shout Gala 3 times in different succession on so many occasions. When traveling to different parts of the country, I have always looked forward to enjoying my Gala and lacasera, but that feeling is not the same anymore due to its poor quality at the moment. Normally, we take 2 galas in traffic at the cost of 100 naira with a soft drink of our choice, but lately, things have not been the same for the company. Since Nigeria entered recession, our favorite snack Gala has grown thinner, meaning that instead of the famous 2 sausage rolls, we now require 4 to be satisfied. Personally, I find it hard to rationalize Gala's drastic drop in quality and as a product, its seeming failure to defend its position against the several challenger brands entering into the market. I used to be guilty of being that individual who would purchase a box of Gala on my way back from every journey. Friends will always laugh at my experience, asking if I fear that Gala was about to go out of fashion. But gradually, the debates I engaged in about Gala became health related. Soon after that, I decided to give Gala up. My reason, with each box and each sausage rolls inside, it got worse than the last box. This reduction in product quality but retaining packaging size is an approach applied by many popular companies. The packaging and its container size remains the same, but its content is clearly reduced. Several global brands did or do same with well-known consumer products. Burger Peanuts clearly reduced product size but not packaging. Minimi Chin Chin recently also reduced product size and increased space as well. So the act by UAC adjusting its product quality to retain market share penetration while still keeping the cost of the product down and profit up is not a new practice. However, from a marketing standpoint, the continued decline for Gala as a brand is taking the nuclear option of marketing dysfunction. There is just no marketing explanation for this very move of the company. Strictly speaking, from a consumer engagement standpoint, the loss of consumer faith in a product is a brand disaster, especially for its parent company. Gala went from a reverse market leading brand to an unavoided on-site item. A simple verification test is the brand's social media followership. Now, if I examine my interest in this brand, my love for the snack got baked in from when I was younger and possibly as a result of its past honest consumer marketing. And Gala been a great product at that time. It gained an unflinching belief from me, but not anymore, by the way, that this brand would always remain committed to value. I bought Gala without thinking nor asking why. That historic marketing communication possibly helped keep me locked down until they reneged on it. This, by the way, spotlights the responsibility of a brand owner to continually sustain and protect its product quality. Now, I could argue that a drastic drop in brand's quality is a problem typically of Nigeria, but this isn't true, as there are Nigerian companies that have improved on brand's quality with time, and some of them have long histories with Nigerian consumers. With all this background out of the way, the issue up for discussion is a brand's loss of consumers' trust currently experienced by Gala. A byproduct activity from this discussion will be an explorative view of its consumer engagement run by its parent company. Despite the brand hanging on the verge of complete relevance, it appears the challenge faced by this brand lays in its product quality, given the complaints by consumers, and it seems this issue has been on for a while, but affects other competitors' brands, as an online newspaper article seems to express. But as suggested, Gala has had a head start in the market, and this means its brand transgression in the area of quality has more of a far-reaching impact than the other brands do. While retailers were asked about the sale of packaged sausage rolls, varied responses were offered about which was the better brand. Two factors not considered during some of these conversations is the retailer's distance from the distribution network at play and shelf life of the product, and how long the retailer has had it on its store or its shelf. From experience, freshly produced Gala sausage rolls off the production line have a different taste when compared to Gala that has been left standing for a good few days. Many of the retailers sell their stock which had been left standing in comparison to street vendors who exhaust their stock within a day. So in a way, this will greatly impact consumer engagement on product quality and the speed at which items are bought. Then there is the issue of meat filling, being near non-existent in some rows of Gala. I have been a victim of these many times. These all fall squarely on the company and its supposed money-saving and profit-chasing drive, but apparently, both instances can be helped by them. One requires a distribution assessment of the product and consumption trends, not at the retailer level, but rather at the street and household level. Arguably, the biggest issue for Gala in this case is the attempt to offer the lowest market category price. But in the attempt to do this, they have sacrificed brand quality on the altar of competition. It may seem to offer a semblance of market dominance because they are arguably the cheapest one in the market. But product acceptance is not determined by a brand or its owners. It is determined by the consumer and the verdict that patronage offers. This is reflective in the response people offer to the marketing of a product or service. In this age of social media, one would expect that Gala should easily amass large followership on its social media handles. But on closer examination, they have attempted to kickstart consumer engagement several times on X, formerly known as Twitter, with multiple handles for the same brand and still have not hit rockstar status with any of the handles. One major disconnect here is the brand itself failing with the people who would click follow on social media. It does not offer value. Even when things are bought on the cheap, people still expect some value. So positive consumer interaction for Gala may be hard to secure because people only have complaints to make. I hope its product managers are watching this very video though. I will stop here after suggesting Gala simply needs to reconsider its marketing strategy, increase production budget, and subsequently unite price where you need to, help the brand to regain pride and place, re-examine the distribution model and retail networks being leveraged upon for market penetration. It may be better to have more vendor relationships than in-store sales and to also explore product accompaniment marketing deals, thinking this through and exploring it further. Now, speaking to Gala as a company, many of your consumers have offered suggestions online. And where these changes becomes widely known and appreciated, eliminate or strangle social media handles for your brand and build on the renewed experience being offered. People like to connect with honest marketing. It won't be easy, but it will be worth it on the long run for the product and Gala as a brand. You can also do well to check on the video that we did on the brand of Mr. Biggs. Thank you so much for watching. Do well to hit the notification bell and also check out some other videos.